Guys, welcome back to another episode of the Choice to Change TV. And in this video, I want to share with you a few things about how to improve your gut health with probiotics. So if you watched my previous video, which I hope that you did, and I will link in the cards over here, about prebiotics, I want to share with you about its sister or brother, however you want to put it, about probiotics. This is all about gut health and really trying to heal your gut naturally with food. I know so many people, including myself for years, struggle with gut problems, and thank God that I took the responsibility of researching and being able to understand what my body specifically needs and needed in order for me to get better. And I hope that you do the same. If I was probably like many of you who may be watching this video, that I went to doctor after doctor after doctor, and all I got was eat more fruits and vegetables, take Metamucil, do all these different types of things that really just didn't get me where I needed to be. So once I really took control of my health and really paid attention to the biofeedback that my body was giving me, I was able to really get over the hump, so to speak. So I want to share with you about some things that can help you improve your gut health. We're going to be talking about food, something that's very simple and easy. And also, these are things that I do currently and I have been doing for years. Also, I want to give a disclaimer that I am not a medical doctor, or am I trying to give medical advice at all. You never give your personal power away to anyone. You can take, I'm not asking you to take this information and adopt it into your lifestyle, but this is just more information and education on gut health. I am using this because I'm giving this information because my background as a sports nutritionist, I've used it also on myself, and I've shared this information with clients who has seen success. So let's get into the rest of the video. So here's the thing about probiotics. Probiotics are typically fermented foods, or where they are fermented foods, and this is the thing. It can be tricky for some people who, with eating fermented foods, it's a little tricky for me. Some of these I can eat small portions of those and not often, and then some of these I can eat quite often and I don't have any problem. So you may have to play around with it like I did. Some things I can't do on a regular basis, and there's some things that I can. So this is what it's all about listening to. This is what's so great about listening to the biofeedback that your body specifically gives you about what it needs in order for it to run at its optimum. So the first thing that I want to share with you is about sauerkraut. Now, sauerkraut is one that I cannot take in. I don't know why, because I love cabbage, but that's what sauerkraut is. It's just fermented cabbage. But sauerkraut is one that I can't take in that often. I don't know why. And if you don't know what sauerkraut is, you probably have seen people use it on hot dogs. Sometimes people put coleslaw on hot dogs, but then sometimes people use sauerkraut. Now, again, just like I talked about in the previous video about prebiotics, it is, sometimes it's a texture thing, sometimes it just doesn't agree with your body, but this is not a one size fit all. So sometimes you have to try different things to see what works, and then you can make adjustments from there. But some people love sauerkraut, but I'm not a person that loves it. I will eat it every now and then, but it's not something that I have to have. That's why I have more options. Probiotic that I want to share with you is kimchi. So kimchi is salted fermented cabbage, and you may find this in the grocery store. You can make it yourself, actually. All these things you actually can make yourself, but you can find it in the grocery store pre-made. Some are spicy. I've had the spicy, which and I've had the regular, which is another So this kind of falls into the sauerkraut deal. I can eat it, but I have to eat it with something. So like if I was having, let's say, another vegetable, I can put those other two with that other vegetable and I'll be okay. But eating it on its own, not so much. So again, try it, see whether or not you like it. But for me, these are not going to be my top go-tos. Okay? So the next probiotic I want to share with you is yogurt. So you may have heard about yogurt, that is healthy for you and whatnot, and it is to a certain degree, and I'm talking about plant-based yogurt. It's the healthy part comes from it because the active cultures that's inside of the yogurt. So when you eat yogurt, and I'm talking about plain yogurt, not the one that's flavored, but when you eat plain yogurt, you get this, sometimes you get this tanginess on your tongue. That's the active cultures in it. You can make your own yogurt yourself if you choose to. There's a coconut yogurt that I like. It's a little bit expensive, but I do like it. It's thick and creamy. I don't like a runny yogurt. You can make your own yogurt out of coconut milk as well, but there's a couple other steps that you have to add to that in order for it to have the active cultures in it. So I've never tried that, but I definitely do buy the coconut yogurt out of the store. So this is another great probiotic. Most people eat yogurt. It's different variations, flavors of yogurt that you can actually consume, but the active cultures in the yogurt is what really helps with the gut. One last thing I want to say about yogurt is try to make sure you stay away from the ones that's really high in sugar. So a lot of people eat yogurt because of the ones that have a lot of sugar, and I would just encourage you just to stay away from the ones that have a lot of sugar. And I'm trying the yogurt plain. Sometimes you can add some simple sweeteners like stevia or something like that that really can take that edge of that sharp bitterness off, that you can eat it and not really add any more calories to what you're eating, or it can improve that taste. And because I get it, some of this yogurt is very, very, like I said, that bitter tanginess that you get, and it's hard to get down, and I get that. But if you just try it without the sugar and just see, and then see what you can add to it that's not going to add so much sugar to it, like flavored stevia maybe. Or you can put it in your smoothie. So if you are drinking a smoothie, if you're drinking a smoothie, most people have smoothies and they have fruit in it. So just add the yogurt to it already, but don't buy a yogurt that's already flavored, has a lot of sugar, and then you add it to the smoothie where you're going to get the sugar from the fruit. You see what I mean? So there's other ways to get it in and get the nutritional value from it. The last one that I want to share with you is kombucha, and I love that there is a brand called, I want to say it's Trilogy and it's GS. It's the two that I typically drink. The one that I like is Ginger Aid, and I'll put a picture of that on the screen. But I love kombucha because it gives you the benefit of the probiotic, but then it also gives you that sizzleness, kind of that sparkly taste, almost like a soda. So kombucha is another one that I like. You can find kombucha everywhere, and I would just say watch the ones that some of them have so much caffeine in them, it's almost like you're drinking coffee. But try to find the ones that really don't have a lot of sugar. The one that I drink that I'm speaking of probably has 7 grams of carbs in it. Not quite sure about the sugar content. You're going to have some sugar because of the fermentation, but you don't want to have, you want the drink to help with the gut, but then you don't necessarily need it to be a off-shooting stimulant at the same time. So just be careful with the kombucha. Try not to buy the ones that has a lot of sugar in it and or a lot of caffeine. Okay, so I wouldn't suggest that. I wouldn't suggest that. So if you like this video, make sure you like it and make sure you share it out. Comment below what are some of the things that you do if you've dealt with gut issues. What are some of the things that you're doing right now to improve it? What some of the foods that you've eaten or you currently eating that you see that really helps your gut, really kind of deters bloating and that uncomfortable feeling? Let us know down below, and I would love to hear your feedback. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell for future uploads, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.